Welcome dear students. In last video we completed problem set 2 question number up to question number 8. Now we have to start with the remaining sum from the practice set problem set 2. From that question number 10 is omitted this year. Now we have to start with question number 9. These are the statement problem and all of you know that while solving the statement problem, we must have to understand the meaning of the statement. Without understanding, we can't solve the equations. And in the statement problem, frame of the equation, that is from given information, we have to frame the equation, and that part is most important. Now see the question number 9th one. The sum of two roots of quadratic equation is 5. The sum of two roots of quadratic equation is 5. That means one quadratic equation is there and it's every quadratic equation have two roots. Suppose we assume that it is alpha and beta. The information regarding these roots are given. That is the sum of two roots of a quadratic equation is 5. That means alpha plus beta is equal to 5. This is the first information. And second information is that the sum of their cubes is 35. Sum of their cubes, that means if we make the cube of alpha plus cube of beta, that is equal to 35. Then find the equation. That means we have to find out the equation whose sum of root is 5. And the sum of cube is 35. That means we have to frame the equation, and from that purpose we know that x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. This is the formula to find out the equation when the roots are given. Now see here, this is x square minus alpha plus beta. The value of alpha plus beta is already given. We can substitute these values, but alpha into beta is not given. Alpha into beta is not given. That means from this given information, first of all we have to find out the alpha into beta, because alpha plus beta is already given, and we have to frame the equation, and from framing the equation we must know the alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Out of that, alpha plus beta is given information, but we have to find out the alpha into beta. Now how to find out that? For that purpose we have to solve this. See here, question number 9th one is there, and we can write let the roots be alpha and beta. Therefore from given condition, alpha plus beta is equal to 5. This is first statement, and from another information we can write alpha cube plus beta cube is equal to 35. Now see here, we have to use this information and we have to form the equation. For that purpose we must have to find out alpha plus alpha into beta. Dear student, we know the formula, expansion formula, alpha plus beta whole bracket cube is equal to alpha cube plus beta cube plus 3 alpha square beta plus 3 alpha into beta square. Now dear student, alpha plus beta bracket cube is equal to alpha cube plus beta cube plus 3 alpha square beta plus 3 alpha beta square. Now for that purpose, see here, we know the value of alpha plus beta. This alpha plus beta is already given. Alpha cube plus beta cube plus 3 alpha square beta plus 3 alpha beta square. Now we can change here. See here, alpha plus beta cube is equal to alpha cube plus beta cube plus, from this we can take out 3 alpha beta as a common from this, and then we can write here, from this we take out 3 alpha square, this alpha and this beta we take out common, then this 3 and this alpha, and here it is beta. Now we can substitute the value alpha plus beta cube plus alpha cube plus beta cube plus 3 alpha beta and this alpha plus beta. Therefore we can write here, we know alpha plus beta cube is equal to alpha cube plus beta cube plus 3 alpha square beta plus 3 alpha into beta square. This is expansion formula. Now see here, we make one changes here. Alpha plus beta whole bracket cube is equal to alpha cube plus beta cube plus, from this we can take out 3 alpha beta as a common factor, and remaining is alpha plus beta. Now from this first and second we can substitute the values. Alpha plus beta, it is 5 cube is equal to this alpha cube plus beta cube. Alpha plus beta cube is 35, and here it is plus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta is equal to 5. Now cube of 5, it is 125 is equal to 35 plus this 3 alpha beta into 5, that is 15 alpha into beta. Now see here, this 125 minus 35 plus is equal to 15 alpha beta. Now here it is 90 is equal to 15 alpha beta. Therefore 19, this 15 take out here, it is alpha beta. Therefore it is 15 6 are 90. Therefore alpha beta is equal to 6. Now we have to find out required quadratic equation. It is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. Now substitute the value, therefore x square minus alpha plus beta is equal to 5 into x plus alpha into beta is equal to 6 is equal to 0. Therefore x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. This is our required quadratic equation. Dear student, most important part is you must know this expansion formula. We have already learned in standard 8. Therefore you have to revise this. Alpha plus beta cube is equal to alpha cube plus beta cube plus 3 alpha square beta plus 3 alpha beta square. I think everyone understood this. Go through this sum again and write it in your notebook. Dear student, let's start with the next sum, that is 11th one. 10th one is omitted or reduced for this year. Now see the 11th one. Mukund purchases rupees 50 more than what Sagar purchases. See the first statement. Mukund purchases rupees 50 more than what Sagar purchases. The product of amount they have is 15,000. Find the amount each one has. See here, Mukund have some amount and Sagar have some amount, and the condition is given. Therefore see here, Mukund purchases rupees 50 more than what Sagar purchases. That means the amount having Mukund is depend upon the amount Sagar purchases. Therefore amount of Mukund is depend upon the amount of Sagar. Therefore, we have to assume let Sagar purchases X rupees. Dear student, see, Mukund purchases rupees 50 more than what Sagar purchases. Therefore, first of all, we have to know the amount that Sagar purchases. Therefore, that is X, and therefore we can say that Mukund purchases X plus 50 rupees more. Therefore, it is X plus 50. Now, from given condition, condition is that the product of amount they have is 15,000 and we have to find out the amount each one has. Therefore, from given condition, what is condition? The product of the amount is 15,000. Therefore, X into X plus 50 is equal to 15,000. From this, we have to frame the equation. Dear students, see again, Sagar purchases X rupees. Why we assume the amount Sagar has? Because the amount that Mukund purchases is depend upon the amount that Sagar purchases. Therefore, we must know how much amount that Sagar purchases. That amount we have to assume as a X. From that, Mukund have 50 rupees more than that of the Sagar. Therefore, it is X plus 50 rupees. And after that, the product of this amount is 15,000. Therefore, X into, we have to multiply X square plus X into 50, that is 50X minus 15,000 is equal to 0. That is 15,000. Now, dear student, it is a quadratic equation and we have to solve this by factorization method. Here 15,000 and here it is sign is a minus. Therefore, we have to find out the subtraction. That means we can write here 150 into 100. These are the two factors. If we make the subtraction of this, it will be a 15. Therefore, we can write here X square. Now, out of this, 150 is a bigger one and therefore we have to give the sign of the middle term, that is plus 150x minus 100x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, very easy, we can take out the common x. Now it is x plus 150 minus 100 into x plus 150 is equal to 0. Therefore, x minus 100 in first bracket and x plus 150 is equal to 0. Now, therefore, x minus 100 is equal to 0 or x plus 150 is equal to 0. Now, we get here x is equal to 100 or x is equal to minus 150. Minus 150. Now we got the two values of variable x, that is x is equal to 100 and x is equal to minus 150. What is x? X is the amount. Therefore, x is not equal to minus 150. Therefore, the answer is x is equal to 100. Now what is x? The amount Sagar purchases. Therefore, we can write here amount Sagar purchases is x is equal to 100 rupees and amount Mukund is x plus 50 is equal to x, that is 100 plus 50 is equal to 150 rupees. This is our final answer. See the next question, that is 12th one. It is important one. The difference between the square of two number is 120. See, the question is related with numbers. The difference between square of two numbers is 120. The square of smaller number is twice the greater number. Find the numbers. Dear student, please try to understand this carefully. The difference between square of two number is 120. That means we have to make, or we have to find out the difference between the square of two numbers and it is 120. This is given information. The square of smaller number is twice the greater number. See, dear student, the square of smaller number is twice the greater number. That means the square of smaller number is depend upon the greater number. Therefore, first of all, we have to assume that let the greater number be x. Greater number is x. Now see, the square of smaller number is twice the greater number. This is greater number is a x. Now condition is the square of smaller number. Therefore we have to write here square of smaller number is equal to, how much it is? It is square of smaller number is twice the greater number. Greater number is a x, and if we make the twice of that, it is 2x, and that 2x is the square of smaller number. See again, what is given? The square of smaller number is depend upon the greater number. Therefore we assume the greater number be x and the smaller number, it is not the smaller number, but the square of smaller number is 2x, and from that we find out the greater number is x and the square of the smaller number is 2x. Now see the first condition. The difference between the square of two number is 120. Difference between the square of two numbers. Therefore we have to write from given condition. Condition is that we have to find out the difference between the square of two numbers. Greater number is x. We have to find out the difference, and for difference we have to subtract the smaller number from the greater number. Greater number is x, but we have to take the square of that, that is the x square, minus square of smaller number, it is 2x, and it is 120. Now see here, the greater number is a x, therefore the square of the smaller number is a 2x. Now condition is that the difference between the square of two numbers, we have to find out the difference. That means we have to subtract the square of smaller number from the square of greater number. Greater number is a x, square of that it is x square, and from that we have to subtract the square of smaller number, and square of smaller number is 2x, therefore x square minus 2x, and this difference is given, it is 120. Now we have to make the quadratic equation x square minus 2x minus 120 is equal to 0. This is now quadratic equation, and this equation we have to solve by factorization method. Now we have to make the factors of this 120, whose subtraction should be 2. Yes student, very easy, it is 12 and 10. It is minus 12 and here it is plus 10. Now we have to write here x square minus 12x plus 10x minus 120 is equal to 0. Therefore x minus 12 plus 10 into x minus 12 equal to 0. and therefore x plus 10. All of you understand this? These are the easy method steps. Here it is x minus 12 equal to 0. We get here x plus 10 equal to 0 or x minus 12 equal to 0. And dear student, we get here x is equal to minus 10 or x is equal to 12. Now x is equal to minus 10 or x is equal to 12. X is not equal to minus 10, therefore x is equal to 12. Dear student, x is a greater number. Therefore we write here, therefore greater number x is equal to 12. Now we have to find out the smaller number. Now see here, square of smaller number is 2x. See here, square of smaller number. The student, be careful here. Smaller number is not 2x. Smaller number is a square of smaller number is a 2x. Therefore we write square of smaller number is equal to 2x is equal to 2 into 12. Therefore it is 24. It is the square of smaller number. Therefore smaller number is under root 24. This is the square of smaller number is 24. We have to find out the number. That means we have to take out the square root of that, and square root of is 24 is under root 24, but it is plus minus 24, under root 24. Therefore we can write here the numbers are 12 and under root 24 or 12 and minus under root 24. See here, dear student, it is important thing. It is the easiest method. We have to first assume the greater number is x. From given condition we find out the square of the smaller number is 2x, and then condition is that difference between the square of the two number is 120. This is greater number, square of that greater number is x square, and square of the smaller number we have already know, that is 2x. We get the equation, we solve this. Again, this is important part. Square of smaller number is 24. We have to find out the smaller number, therefore we have to take out the square root of that, and it is plus minus under root 24. Therefore that two numbers are 12 and under root 24 or 12 and minus under root 24. See the question number 13. Ranjana wants to distribute 540 oranges among some students. If 30 students were more, each will get 3 oranges less. Find the number of students. See, I will read it again. Ranjana wants to distribute 540 oranges among some students. Total number of oranges are 540. And number of students, these are the orange. Number of students is not known. If 30 students were more, that means condition is that original students are not known. But if the number of students get increases by 30, then each will get 3 oranges less. Now dear student, see here, suppose there are total 540 oranges are there, and there are 10 students. Number of students will be supposed to be 10. Then each student will get how many oranges? To find out the number of oranges that get by every student, we have to divide this number of oranges by number of students. If, see here, we get here number of oranges get by every student is equal to number of total oranges divided by number of a student. This formula you have to remember. Suppose there are 100 oranges and there is a one student, then 100 upon 1, 100, each student will get 100 oranges. If there are 100 oranges and number of students are 2, then each student will get 50 oranges. If total number of oranges are 100 and students are 4, then each student will get 25 oranges. That means number of a student who get number of oranges to get for every student is depend upon the number of oranges and the number of students. If number of a student is 100, we have to divide by number of a student, we will get the number of oranges every student get. Now see here, this is the basic thing we require to understand this sum. Therefore remember, number of oranges get by every student is equal to number of total oranges divided by number of students. Now what is given? See here, Ranjana want to distribute 540 oranges. It is total number of oranges are 540 and number of students are not known. That means some students are there. Now see here, what we have to do, we have to assume let the number of students is supposed to be x. Now if number of student is x and total number of oranges are 540, then each student will get how many oranges? See here, total number of oranges are 540 and number of student x, that means each student will get 540 upon x oranges. What it is? First of all we have to write this first of all. Therefore let the number of students be x and total number of oranges is 540. Therefore number of oranges each get is equal to 540 upon x. That means when there are x students, and 540 are the total number of oranges, then each student get how many oranges? 540 upon x oranges. Now see the condition. If 30 students were more, now number of students will be more by 30. That means, see here, now number of students, 30 students were more, that means number of students will be x plus 30. These are the new students. Number of oranges will be the same. Number of oranges will be the same, 540. Then each student get how much oranges? Total number of oranges 540 divided by number of students is x plus 30. Got it? See here, if x students will be there, each student will get 540 upon x oranges. But if the student will be x plus 30, then each student will get 540 upon x plus 30 oranges. 540 upon x plus 30 on x. I think this much you understand very well. We have to go further. Now see here. Condition is that if 30 students were more, each will get 3 oranges less. Each will get 3 oranges less. That means, see, if the students are x, each student will get 540 upon x oranges. And if students are x plus 30, then the oranges will be a 540 upon x plus 3. The difference, that means is here the number of oranges are less by 3 than this number. Less by 3 than this number. Therefore, from condition we can write here, from given condition, see here, again I will explain you here, this number of oranges, when the student are more by 30, then each student will get 3 oranges less than the previous one. That means this number of oranges are more by 3 than this. That means the difference between these two, that means 540 upon x minus 540 upon x plus 30. This difference is how much? It is 3. Now we have to solve this equation. Got it? When x students are there, every student will get these oranges. If students are more by 30, each student will get these oranges. But these oranges are less by 3 than the previous one. Therefore, we write 540x minus 540 upon x plus 30 is equal to 3. Now, dear students, we have to solve this. Now, we have to solve this equation. 540 upon x minus 540 upon x plus 30 is equal to 3. First of all, we have to do the cross multiplication here. X into x plus 30, then 540 into x plus 30 minus 540x is equal to 3 upon 1. Now 540x plus 16,200 minus, see, we have to do the cross multiplication. Now this bracket we have to solve first of all. This minus 540x divided by x square plus 30x is equal to 3 upon 1. Now this plus 540x minus 540x, 16200 upon x square plus 30x is equal to 3 upon 1. Now 3 into x square plus 30x is equal to 16. Now x square plus 30x is equal to 16200 divided by 3. We get here x plus 30x is equal to 5600. Three fives are 15, 3 fours are 12 is equal to 0. Now here it is x square plus 30x minus 5400 is equal to 0. Now it is a quadratic equation and we have to solve this by factorization method. We have to take out the factors of this 5400. It is 5400 minus it is 90 and 60. Here it is minus, therefore plus 90 and minus 60. Therefore we can write x square plus 90x plus minus 60x minus 1400 is equal to 0. We got here x into x plus 90 minus 60. Here it is x plus 90 equal to 0. Now x minus 60 and x plus 90 is equal to 0. X minus 60 is equal to 0 or x plus 90 is equal to 0. We get here x is equal to 60 or x is equal to minus 90. Here the values of x are 60 and minus 90. What is x? Number of a student. Therefore x is not equal to minus 90. Therefore we got here x is equal to 60. Therefore you have to write the final answer in word, that is number of a student is equal to 60. Dear student, try to understand how to write this equation. The difference between these two is 3, and by using this we solve this. Let's see the next sum, that is 14th one. Mr. Dinesh on a agriculture farm at village Talwel. The length of the farm is 10 meter more than twice the breadth. In order to harvest rainwater, he dug a square-shaped pond inside the farm. The side of the pond is 1/3 of the breadth of the farm. The area of the farm is 20 times the area of the pond. Find the length and the breadth of the farm and of the pond. See, in short, we have to understand the question first of all. Suppose this is the one farm, and in that farm there is a square shaped pond is there, and the area of the farm, area of this farm is 20 times the area of the pond. That means relation between the area of this farm and the area of this pond is given. By using that we have to form the equation. That means first of all we have to find out the area of the field or the area of the farm. Then we have to find out the area of this square pond, and then we have to make the equation by using this information. And dear student, all of you know that if we have to find out the area of this rectangular farm, we must know the formula, that is L into B. Therefore we must know the length and the breadth of the farm as well as the side of the square. Therefore from first information what we can write, see here, the length of the farm is 10 meter more than twice the breadth. See here, the length of the farm, the length of farm is depend upon the breadth of the farm. Therefore first of all we have to write here, let the breadth of farm be x meter. Then therefore length of farm is, how much it is? Length of the farm is 10 meter more. That is more, that is we have to make the or the add 10. In what? 10 meter more than twice the breadth. Twice, that is 2x. Now understand this student. Here the length is depend upon the breadth. Therefore we assume that breadth is x, and this length is how much? It is more by 10. That means we have to add 10. But in what? Twice the breadth, that is 2x plus 10 is equal to m. This is the length and the breadth of the farm. Now we have to use the area of this farm. Therefore, we have to first find out the area of farm. Now, farm is rectangular in a shape, and area of the rectangular farm is L into B. Therefore, L, that is x into 2x plus 10. It is 2x square plus 10x meter square. Now, see the next. In order to harvest rainwater, he dug a square-shaped pond inside a farm. This is a farm. His breadth is x, length is 2x plus 10. Now see here. In that farm, one square-shaped pond is made, but condition is given. The side of the pond is 1/3 of the breadth of the farm. That means the side of this square pond is depend upon the breadth of the farm. That is, it is 1/3 times the breadth, that is 1/3x. Therefore, 1/3x is the side of the square pond. Therefore, we have to write now side of square shaped pond is equal to 1/3x is equal to x/3 meter. As we find out the length and breadth of area of a farm, we get the area. Similarly, we have to find out the area of square pond. Now, pond is in a square shape. If we have to find out the area of a pond square, then it is side square. Therefore, we write here x/3 square. It is x square upon 9 meter square. I think everyone understood up to this. This is area of a farm. This is area of a pond. Now the relation is given. Relation is related with the area. Therefore, from given condition, what is given condition? The area of the farm. Area of the farm. How much it is? It is 2x square plus 10x. This area of a farm is how much? It is 20 times the area of the pond. That means if we multiply area of a square pond with 20, we will get the area of a farm. Now see here, 2x square plus 10x is equal to 20 into x square upon 9. This is the area of a farm. This area of a farm is how much? It is 20 times the area of the pond. That means we have to multiply by 20 to the area of the pond. Therefore, area of the pond is x square upon 9. Now we have to solve this. For that purpose, if we divide these both side by 2, then we will get here x square plus 5x is equal to 10x square upon 9. I think everyone understood this. We have to divide by 2. If we divide by this 2, it is x square. This is 2 5s are 10. Here 2 10s are 20, and it is like this. Now we have to solve this problem. Just cross multiply. 9 into x square plus 5x is equal to 10x square. Here it is 9x square plus 45x is equal to 10x square. Therefore, it is 9x square plus 10x square, 10x square, 9x square plus 10x square plus, minus 10x square plus 45x is equal to 0. Now see here, 9x square minus 10x square, it is minus x square plus 45x is equal to 0. We can write it as a multiply by minus 1 on both sides, we get a x square minus 45x is equal to 0. Now take out x as a common, therefore x minus 45 is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to 0 or x minus 45 is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 45. Now dear student, what is the x? X is a breadth of the farm and it is not equal to 0. Therefore x is not equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to 45. What we have to find out? We have to find out the final answer. We have to write, find out the length and the breadth of the farm and the pond. See here, length. First of all, breadth of farm is equal to x is equal to 45 meter. Then we have to find out the length. Therefore length of farm is equal to 2x plus 10 is equal to 2 into 45 plus 10, it is 90 plus 10 is equal to 100 meter. Therefore the length of the farm is 100 meter. Now we have to find out the side of the pond. Now side of pond is equal to side of the pond, where it is side of the square shape pond is x upon 3 is equal to value of x is 45 upon 3, it is 15 meter. Therefore we got here on this breadth is 45 meter, length is 100 meter and side of the pond is 15 meter. Try to understand this, watch the video again and again. These are the important sums as the statement problems are important. Here we completed chapter number 2, that is quadratic equation. In next lecture we start with arithmetic progression. Dear student, write down all the sums in your notebook and do the practice. Unless and until you do the practice, then and only then you can solve the sum. Thank you.